Hi, and welcome to our 26th episode. And my name is Sufyan Usaid, and I'm in conversation with the Dean and Director of Six Cricket Academy, Mr. Mr.Jeshwant. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
We've been thankful to all the parents and our viewers for their wonderful support in the episodes. And today's episode, a series of questions. To begin with, from your perspective, what skills and values do grassroots coaches instill in aspiring athletes that go beyond just technical abilities?
Yeah, very relevant question, which is a lesson for every parent who intends to put the child into sport at a very early age. See, the most important thing is, grassroots coaches across the world are difficult to find. Not many know exactly how to coach at different age groups. So if a coach is not aware of what happens in the human brain at that particular age, or how does the cognition happens with every athlete, if that is not known, the coach can do more harm than help. So that is where it is very important that you should be spend some time, do some homework to get into your child into a right coach. See, it is an extension of good parents. Good parents is obviously none of us can choose it. We are lucky or unlucky. So most probably we are all lucky to have our parents who have done so much of help for us. So the first thing for the child is the parent. Then comes the teachers. And then the extension of it is the cricket coaches and the friends he makes in the part of during his journey. So that's why there is a lot of good coaches. They always say that surround yourself with good people. So here I've spoken about parents, where you have no choice. School, of course, you do have a choice. Friends, of course, you have a choice. And choosing an academy or the coach who's just maybe good only the technical aspects of the game, but that's not enough at grassroots coaching, because not everybody goes on to excel in that particular sport. So in this journey of when the child picks up the sport for 5 or 6 years, if you have a good mentor or a coach who's just not only good at technique of that particular sport, if he's good with the values of for the human beings, the good human values, if that is inculcated at a very young age, it can go a long way. Now look at the opposite to that. If there are certain bad things which are inculcated due to the lack of knowledge of the coach, who is not able to who does not know the subject well, so then it can leave a long lasting impact on the human child throughout her life, which we do not want, our child to have some negative aspects at a very young age. We have seen a lot of these cases where these kids can get into anxiety,
Burnout.
negativity, burnout, depression. We do not want our children to get into that. Whereas sports should give joy, happiness, good presentation of the character. That is what a good coach at the grassroots level needs to be certified in, rather than just being a good coach at the technique which he knows.
Thank you. Moving on to the second question, can you share insight on long-term benefit of sport involvement for a child's personal and academic development?
Yeah, there are two parts to this question. One is personal and academic development, and the first is long-term benefit of sports. So first, let me speak about the long-term benefit of sport for any human being. Is like I've told many a times, that the sport in itself brings in throws up so many situations during a sport, that you reveal the character. The person's character is out. It has to be exhibited. So sport gives you that opportunity almost on an everyday basis. If you look at the challenges which a batsman or bowler faces versus the rest of the world, which may not have exposure to any kind of sport. So every ball which you bowl or which you play is a challenge, and that you have to negotiate it, you have to deal with it and come out trumps. So that means a sports person is exposed to challenges on a every minute or every second basis, versus the rest of the world, where people who are not exposed to sport may see these ups and downs very, very rarely. So obviously, whether it's a up or a down, a sports person, because of the challenges which he faces almost on a every day, every minute basis, he will be well equipped to handle those situations in a much better way than a normal person. Now, coming to the second part of how sport helps,
Academic development.
academics development. See, academic development is for the first thing, for you to be a good student, to get good marks, you got to have terrific concentration. Now, how do you develop concentration? And the first thing about sport is, if you cannot concentrate on the job on hand, you're not going to be successful. The bowler running in at 140, or the batsman needs to negotiate that. If he's slightly here and there, he'll find it difficult. Or the other way, if the bowler is not concentrating, or that fear focus is not there, he may be bowling wherever. So all these things now with all these, I'm just sticking to cricket. This is how concentration is benefited. When this kind of concentration is there for a student, I am sure he will be in a good position to negotiate with his studies, and take on the exams and do well in his academics. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to the third question is, considering the competitive nature of sports, how can students strike a balance between pushing themselves in excelling and understanding that failure is a part of a learning process?
Yeah, just like what I just told, that these sports people are better equipped to handle success and failures. So similarly, can you just repeat that?
It says, considering the competitive nature of sport,
Yeah.
how can a student strike a balance
Yeah.
between?
Yeah, balancing life skills. This is the question about. It's a very, very difficult thing. It's only people who have succeeded have done it. Now, how do you do it? A lot of it is natural, and at the same time, a lot of parental and the people around the athlete, they play an important role as to how to balance both. And excelling in studies and in sport. This question was asked to me in the Art of Living. One of the students asked me this question, exact question. So my answer then and now is also the same thing. You just stick to the job on hand. You are negotiating a bowler who's coming in. So that is your work. There's no point thinking about your exam at that time. Or you're writing an exam and you're thinking about a match which is going to happen next week. You're going to be a failure in both fields. Instead, if you just think that, when I'm in school, I'm all out for school and whatever the school needs, I'm just a student. Now, when I'm in the sports arena, I'm a sports person. So if you can bifurcate or differentiate the roles which you are going to play on, we're going to switch very often, then I think that is a good way to succeed in both academics and sports. That's the only way. I've not thought of anything better. There could be some yoga relaxation exercises. There could be some exercises which people may advocate, which I'm really not exposed to, but not a good. I think it's a good idea to involve yoga in your curriculum. It will help certainly your academics and also sports.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful episode. And to all our parents and viewers, we are back on the 1st of every month. Thank you.
Thank you.